Hey, welcome to the Game Dungeon. Now I thought this was going to be the follow-up episode, but that's taking a while to make. So I thought, hey, why don't I make another Game Dungeon while I make a Game Dungeon? Brilliant! Now, as most of you know, the 32nd anniversary of 1988 is upon us. So what better way to celebrate that than a game set in the time period? So with that, I bring you Black Future 88. This wasn't a planned episode. This game just sort of jumped me in an alley. Here, look.
The first bombs fell in the summer of 1988. It was a baptism by nuclear fire. By December, they had blacked out the sun with endless rain. We decided to stop keeping time, and it's been 1988 ever since. We're not sad. We had it coming.
Works for me. Time isn't a human construct, but years are. I mean, if it's the end of the world, do you even really care what year it is? Does anything matter?
The times after, there are no more months or even weeks. Everything is measured in the minutes left to live.
Huh. Well, wait a minute. If it's 1988 forever, it should still be 88. But it's not. We must have broken free. So what happened? Well, let's play and find out. Press anything. Can do. Okay, so we get off the cool train, and I look sort of like a Ghostbuster. Okay, fire. I can double jump. Dash too, but it recharges. So pretty good controls already. Oh, okay, a tutorial. Don't leave anything to chance, huh? Hello. I found this thing. You'll need it. Okay. So they just want me to prove I can dash before I get my license, or something. I fight a bot? Amazing! I didn't expect to see you again. Yeah, I get that a lot. If you get lost, you can follow the skull on the HUD, which will take you to the boss. Mind your time, you only have 18 minutes left to live. What? And here's the game! Yeah, we just hop around and shoot enemies. Normal platformer. I guess we go to the boss. Yeah! Prophet 5! Or maybe S. He takes a lot of hits. Oh damn, I got cornered. I was hitting the wrong button for dash. I'm eating bullets. Yeah. You bled to death. I sure did. Okay, when you restart, you get to choose between characters. I like this other guy better because he doesn't have this weak video game cyber shotgun that falls off shorter than you can throw it. Even though the original guy has normal blood, which implies others do not. That's apparently a feature. I'm not used to seeing that outside of vampire games. Oh well, sorry, Howard. Well, this area is gorgeous. I'd like my own future techno arboretum. A weapon! Electron shotgun. Is that better though? It's not clear to me. Seems like this is a side grade more than anything else. Well, since I died at the boss, maybe I should do the other rooms first. Look at this, how am I supposed to get through this? Okay, the waves are coming against me, so I can't just time it. I'm obviously supposed to dash through it, but my dash is a recharge time that's too slow for this. Oh, yeah, there's also a disembodied voice who waxes poetical from time to time.
The silence alone will kill me.
And I'm dead. Yeah, I'm not sure that segment is even possible without taking a lot of damage. Here, I'm gonna skip ahead. I ended up getting this same room again, but this time I tried to dash through it. And yeah, I'm dead. I think this room requires an upgrade, except the upgrades are maybe random? So what's happening?
Welcome to Skymelt.
Welcome to Skymelt. So I continue exploring other rooms, but there's not much here. My reward for clearing out a room is I get to look at the map. I guess that's helpful? But the game doesn't seem to be creating much incentive to explore. I mean, it tells me where the boss is. He's up there. This room is even harder than the boss. My rewards are side grades, maybe? What am I doing? Oh, that's a shop, not an enemy. Grow cultures. What? Why do I need to grow cultures? Do we bake our own bread here? It doesn't matter, I can't afford it anyway. I can't afford anything. At least the game pauses the countdown to my death while I'm browsing the shop. Yeah, don't think for a second I've forgotten about that. I guess the lesson here is loitering extends your life. What? What happened? Soak in the healing waters for the low cost of 30 seconds off the end of my life. Great. Fine. Why not? You need more blood to heal while the stims scream in your blood. What? That didn't heal me? In the next room, we have a glowing thing. Oh, gain blood. Only 1 minute off the end of my life. Okay, I see what's going on here. Sure, it's only 30 seconds to heal up, but what they don't tell you is the robot priest here needs to drive business to his robot kiosk buddy, so you're spending at least 1.5 minutes of your life to actually get healed. And that doesn't count the time it took to actually find this place and travel between the two rooms. I'm probably gonna need the deluxe blood cleansing package on top of this. Who knows where this all ends? I guess that's why they told me Howard has normal blood? Am I just a freak?
I stayed indoors to study dead languages and to see those things that can't easily be seen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was some cyber warrior dude. I didn't realize I needed to be a hematologist as well. A new weapon. The money shot. Okay. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. It doesn't seem to be killing enemies any faster than my regular gun. It feels like another side grade. And I'm dead. Great. Great gun! And apparently my blood was infected. I guess death was the cure. Your blood became flammable and then it exploded. What did they do to me? Why is the music in slow motion now? What? What's going on? My controls are freaking out. I can't stop firing. I have limited ammo. I'm wasting it. Ah! Okay, come on. All right, my gamepad freaked out for a second. Yeah, I'm still on the old one. I don't think the problem is actually the gamepad because this only happens after cutscenes, not randomly in the middle of the game, which suggests it's software, not hardware. That's too bad because this is another one of those games that doesn't work with my pad by default. Yeah, pretty much anytime I see that this game is best played with a controller screen, then the game won't work with my controller. So I have to bust out an Xbox 360 pad emulator, and things get wonky when I have to do that. Damn it, I was gonna talk about this more in the follow-up episode. I don't wanna do that now, but it's haunting me here. Well, you know what? If we wanna be authentic, gamepads weren't using X input in 1988. Hell, they weren't even using direct input. We would have been going full analog on a game port. Aha! Okay, running into it again, I was able to read the description on the money shot. It uses money as ammo, but again, it wasn't that much better than regular ammo. Maybe not at all. I think maybe I don't want a mediocre gun that spends all my money? Oh, and it's cursed. Well, I died shortly after picking it up, so I guess I don't want to be cursed either. This really makes my default gun look not that bad. And now we can grow cultures. Pick it up at the next deadlock station. What? Touch. Why? What happened? Yep, I died again. Ah, reach inside the portal. Hell yes. Think quick. Take 60 seconds off your life to touch the obelisk or not. Oh no, it's a curse terminal. It wants to curse me. I can't cancel out of this. I not only lose the time off my life, but I have to pick a curse. Ah!
To desire the things that will destroy us in the end is, ironically, our most human trait.
Synergy discovered. What's this guy talking about? I'm not desiring things that'll kill me. They just keep showing up on their own. This gun sucks. Every time I fire it, it flings me at the enemy. That's going to get me killed in no time. The whole concept behind a projectile weapon is to shoot something that's not you at the enemy. This game's really giving me a vibe. I cover a lot of older games on the show, and part of that is because they'll often give me unique feelings newer ones don't. But not this one. This is giving me that same sense of fear, confusion, and fascination that a lot of Commodore 64 games do. I've said it before, but gaming on the Commodore 64 was often a cryptic odyssey, where you weren't sure what was happening, but you still wanted to play it. And that went double if you didn't have a manual. Just to pick one, take the Transformers game. What am I supposed to do? I can fly around and shoot things. Looks pretty neat for the time. Has a great rendition of the theme song. This is playable, but I'm lost and I'm probably not going to find my way out of this. Dozens, maybe hundreds of games on the Commodore were like this, and those were the better ones. Plenty of them, I couldn't make my way past the first screen. Well, Black Future 88 obviously has a lot of modern features. Besides the exquisite visual details, we have slick controls, being able to double jump and dash right from the get-go. This is obviously an evolution of platformers that came before it. Except at its core, it's like nothing's changed. This game barely explains anything to me. I have lots of cryptic gameplay elements, like blood mechanics, seemingly impossible areas, and this all seems unnecessary towards my objective. And just to round it all off, I can never forget that clock is always counting down until I die. They mean it too. If your time runs out, your heart explodes. We never get an answer as to why that happens, but I think that's not really the point. The point is, you shouldn't enjoy yourself too much and need to be reminded of your own doom, lest you forget. Few modern games will just dump you by the side of the road like this. Most games want you to fully grasp and master them. This one doesn't care, and neither did Commodore games. This is the mind of a Commodore game inside a modern body. It's like that Freaky Friday movie. Movies. This game is the mom inside the daughter's body. Okay, I take that back. It does care. It wants you to know how to jump and dash. Yeah, Jesus, the sole elements I completely understand and don't need a tutorial for, that's what I get a tutorial on. But everything else I'm actively trying to understand, no, bye. I checked. There's no manual that comes with the game. But I figure it's not 1988 anymore. I find this annoying, but fine. Let's go online and find a wiki on this that explains things and figure it out piece by piece that way. How to play guide for Black Future 88. Perfect. There's nothing here. It's empty. Let's try categories. Weapons. Empty. Just the starter weapons for Hauer. Wow, nothing. Though I do learn we're ascending the tower to kill the architect to stop the endless nuclear rain. I think our hero is going to be disappointed to learn that's not how nuclear winter works. It's gonna keep going no matter how many people you kill. Okay, well, I'm on my own, like I would be in 1988 then. I was alive in 88, but I was just a little kid. I obviously didn't know what to make of what I was seeing. What with the cyber samurais with Uzis and doves flying out of boss rooms and cyber blood shrines. I'm afraid I don't remember how we got out of this. I remember really wanting to watch Ghostbusters and Gremlins. I also remember Crisscross being popular at school, and so many kids started wearing their pants backwards that it was pissing teachers off to the point that the principal had to make an announcement about it on the intercom. Oh wait, that one was the 90s, not the 80s. Never mind. Well, I gave a full effort exploring Side Pass, and it really doesn't seem to pay off. The weapons I find aren't obviously better, and I tend to just lose health and time in the whole process. I have to imagine some of the weapons will eventually get better, but I'll probably be long dead before that ever happens. It seems like it's better to go straight to the boss room. And now I'm undecided. Maybe Howard is better, because I tend to move in too close to the samurai sword and hurt myself. Who's this punk on my screen? Why is he messaging me in the middle of a boss fight? He's not going away! Oh, look! It's a disassembled DeLorean. It's not unlocked. That must be how we solve this. We're gonna have to go back in time and prevent this from happening. That must be how we got out of 1988. Time travel solves everything. And nope, I die with Howard too. I die a lot. The fights feel fair, but I just tend to die. See, bam, he came right at me. What the hell? The screen flashed white, then I got hit. How do I dodge that? There's a lot of glowing going on. I almost can't tell what's happening. Ah! We're at maximum Neo 80s. I don't know if it can hold. Oh, we killed each other. Damn it. Well, I managed to defeat Dr. Avalanche, though the game doesn't tell me what he's a doctor of. After the first boss, it's just more of the same, I think. Though I find a weird talking obelisk that does not curse me. Mr. CGA is hungry for knowledge. If you can explore this zone for me, I could show you things. I can so believe this is not going to end well, but now we have some real incentive to explore. It doesn't matter though, I die again. Yeah, the difficulty on this is deceptive, because it's one of those where it doesn't feel really hard. But it's like you'll be doing fine until something confusing happens, then you're almost dead. Then you are dead. Oh my god, the gamepad's glitching out during the boss fight! Ah! That cost me the game. Though I probably would have died here anyway. I may have to get a new one. You didn't fail me, gamepad. The world failed you. Alright, I guess for the sake of the viewers, I'm going to do something very not 80s and see if anyone has beat this online. And someone has. But did they really? Watch. The architect takes a cue from Megatron and transforms into a giant gun. He's right, the music's pretty dope. Then, for a game of this quality, we get one of the most non-committal endings I've seen. One block of text, then bam, back at the beginning. That's so underwhelming, it makes me suspect there's more to this. Like the classic ghouls and ghosts bullshit where you have to beat it twice. I noticed there were dozens of secrets the game wanted me to find. My intuition is telling me there's more, but we may never know. I don't know, the game's hard. I don't think I'm going to save us from 1988, everybody. Again, I was just a kid. We can't all be John Connor.
This world, it eats its young. It's collapsing on us.
Yeah, that sounds like as good a stopping point as any. So, awards. Well, Soul of the Commodore. There's lots of intentionally retro games out there nowadays. This is different. This is more like a time traveler trying to adapt to our present day, but can't hide what it is. I can relate. I'm not sure I've seen something quite like this before. I saw some complaints on how the game's kind of short and there's only so much to it. Well, that's exactly how most Commodore games were. You travel back to 1988, you may not like everything you're gonna find. It's fascinating and I like a lot about it. But at the same time, any game, or really just anything that constantly reminds me of exactly how much time I have left to live is never going to be my favorite anything. That's the episode. Stay tuned for the follow-up episode. Seems like I'm ending a lot of episodes like that. Oh, whoops! There's a codex that explains almost everything. I just now noticed that. Though I honestly still don't understand what happened with the blood shrine, or why your heart explodes, or why killing the architect will solve nuclear winter. Well, it does explain the curses, so there's that.